Hey folks, Matt from artoftheimage.com. Typically in any given brand or in segment of shooters, you tend to have, I would go out on a limb here and say your older shooters more locked into the system in the sense of they're probably the last ones to switch because they're more heavily invested perhaps in the glass, and a lot of the new technology that comes out isn't something that probably is of interest to them if they're mostly photography shooters. Case in point, the 60 Mark II would be quite a good camera for a lot of shooters that were only shooting photography, that didn't care that it didn't have 4K, or that it didn't care that it had any of the other advancements in tech that were missing from it. One of our viewers has written in, this is what got me thinking about this, is because if the older generation has been a large segment that is staying in the fold and keeping a company solvent, let's say Canon, for instance, are they about to lose that generation for other reasons? This is a good comment written in here from Michael Castle, YouTube username. I've been using the Canon 50D since it first came out. As I approach my retirement years, I want to enter it without the tons of gear I've acquired over the decades and go with something lighter. If Canon can't get off the dime, I'll be migrating to Micro Four Thirds for my photography enjoyment. Canon seems to not be too quick to step outside the box, and seems to waste most of their time and resources producing about 10 levels of cameras. They need to narrow it down to about 3 levels and hang there. As far as I'm concerned, Canon has until next April to produce the mirrorless camera I can't live without, or I'll see them in the mirror. It's a little pun there. But interesting point. So a shooter that's approaching retirement age and wanting something smaller and lighter. And I think that's why we've seen such a huge interest in mirrorless and in the Micro Four Thirds system, and even in the Canon mirrorless that's out there right now, such as the M series, so the APS-C series. Canon, this was a comment, I believe, on the development of Canon coming out with a mirrorless camera. And so Michael's saying that, yeah, that's what he wants, and he's kind of got a timeline. If Canon doesn't hit it for him next April, he's going to be looking elsewhere. And it made me wonder how many of Canon's shooters that are in, nearing retirement age or are already in retirement age are looking at doing this. Because I know lots of people that have left other brands as well, Canon, Nikon, even Sony, to go to smaller and lighter, and that would be predominantly Olympus and Panasonic. And you can shoot those very comfortably with a host of very nice primes and all sorts of nice gear in a much smaller, lighter body. I mean, I really like the G85 that I'm filming this with right now. And they have a lot more tech in them too, which is kind of cool. So it just made me think. It made me wonder, is there, demographically, are we about to see a shift as maybe a large segment of the shooting population? And not just in Canon, but maybe in Nikon as well, although Nikon's, working on one too. So this could be, maybe they've seen the writing on the wall. So I'm wondering, is Canon in this case about to lose the older generation of Canon shooters if they don't get this right when it comes out and they don't get it out quick enough? Henceforth, or similarly, is Nikon too? Are they about to lose a whole generation of older shooters who were happy until now, but now are looking at, how they can get a nice, small, light body and lenses in the Panasonic or the Olympus systems, for instance? Very competent, very capable cameras, but that are going to be much easier as we all get older. Lighter is a thing of beauty, smaller and lighter. So just curious, what do you guys think? Do you think that that's something that, Canon in this case, but, also would apply to Nikon? Is this something that they're going to keep bleeding off shooters, and perhaps not just a slow trickle, but is there a large part of the population as a whole generation ages that's going to be exiting to smaller and lighter if Canon and also Nikon don't get it right with their mirrorless pro offerings and whatnot? It's an interesting thought, and it could definitely have a huge impact on how their businesses do. Canon is still pretty much in the green right now. I think Nikon's struggling a bit. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts on it. Let me know what you think is going to happen. Do you think that is a very real possibility? Do you think they'll come to market in time? Let's discuss it. Let's flesh it out a bit. Love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for your comment, Michael, and stay tuned. We'll be back soon here at artoftheimage.com. Thanks.